Hey guys, and welcome to day 6 of my 12 days project. Today's video is going to be a review, as you've probably guessed from the title. It's something that was requested a couple of weeks ago when I did my top 5 picks for Christmas. This was one of the products I recommended, so it's the David Blaine mind reading deck. I think this was number 3 on my list. And a lot of you guys actually requested a review on it and a bit more information about it. So that's what today's video is going to be about. So with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so let's start off with the actual packaging that the product comes in. So you can see we've got David Blaine on the front here, seeing through a card, and it says David Blaine mind reading deck, made by Bicycle. So obviously the quality of these cards is they're very good. They handle very well, as you'll soon see. On the back we've got some general information about the cards, just the fact they're marked. We're not going to spend too much time looking at the box because it's a bit boring. I know you guys all want me to actually open up the box, so that's what I'll do. We'll just lay that over there. Now inside the product you get two things. You get the actual deck itself, which we'll take a look at in just a few moments, and you also get this, which is very good. It's very helpful. It's a little booklet, sort of leaflet thing, with several different effects, loads of different ideas of what you can actually do with a marked deck. So if you've never used a marked deck before, never thought about it, that doesn't matter. There are loads of different ideas contained in this little leaflet to get you started on different things you can do with it. And then even when you've run out of, when you've tried out all these different ideas in this booklet, it's really easy to use your own imagination, and you'll soon be creating your own little miracles with this deck. So I'll just quickly take a look at the leaflet first for you guys. Okay, so opening it up, you can see that on the front we've got, these are all the different effects it teaches. So let's see, we've got Heart to Heart, Twice as Hard, Colourblind, Mad Memory, She's Holding Your Card, Cut Deeper Force, Define Print, Aces by Touch, and Ninja Reflex. So how many effects is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 different effects taught in this little booklet alone. So, that's going to last you several performances. I mean, if you try all those out, that's 9 different tricks you can do. And that's even before you start creating your own little effects, which I guarantee you will be doing with this pack. So you can see there are detailed instructions as well, and the text is quite small, so they're getting quite a lot of information into this. You can see how big it is there, and it's double-sided as well. And a great thing about this which is very helpful, I love it when people include these instructions, is they've actually, there's photographs included. So you can see here, this tells you how to use the deck. It tells you where the markings are and how to learn the process of reading the cards. And obviously that's vitally important with this marked deck. And there are actually photos, with annotations showing you exactly where to look on the cards for the markings and exactly how to read them. And then for the tricks themselves, there are images showing what to do, various different stages. So the instructions are very easy to follow, and I would highly rate the instruction booklet that comes with them. So definitely worth the money. Okay, so we'll just take a look at the card box itself first. So you can see it's slightly battered. It's because I do use this deck quite a lot. I've performed with it quite a lot to many different spectators. So I've always got it in my pocket, and therefore it's always getting a bit bashed. So I apologise if the box is a bit wrecked, but we'll just get into it anyway. You can see on the front here, Bicycle. Again, like I said, they are quality cards. They handle very well, just like a regular Bicycle pack of cards. Then I do like the design on the front. It shows the split spades design of the cards, and then it's just pretty much a regular Bicycle card box with obviously a custom back design here. Because this design on the back is actually the back design of the cards themselves. So it's useful in that way. You can actually, there's some tricks I know you can do with that if you make use of the back design being on the back of the card case as well. Okay, so we're going to open up the pack and take a look inside. So I think we've got 3 different cards here. These are for various different things. I'll come to them in a second. I'm just going to show you guys how these cards look when you fan them out. So straight out of the box, the design makes quite a nice fan. And if we take a look at the actual faces of the card, you can see they are very nice. So they use regular, I think it's all regular bicycle fonts, and so you can see that, you know, all the aces and the pips and that, they're all just like a standard bicycle pack. And at first glance you might think that all the picture cards are exactly the same as well as a normal bicycle pack. However, that is, you would be mistaken for thinking that, because all the court cards are actually slightly different. Okay, so David Blaine has personalised all the court cards. I think all the other cards though are just normal faces. But if we take a look at the court cards, I'll show you the King of Spades. Okay, so you can see right here that it's actually slightly different from what a bicycle card would look like. Okay, and this is true for all the different court cards. The faces of them are all slightly different. So you can see there, they've all been, the artwork has been changed for every single one. Okay, I think one of these is actually meant to be Blaine. I think it might be. I think the King of Spades actually is meant to be David Blaine. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You can take a look at that, and then I'll just do a little spread for you so you can see there. So you can see they handle very nicely. Do handle like just a regular bicycle pack. And we'll just take a look at the back design now. The back design, it's very easy to see the markings on the back once you know they're there. But if you didn't know they were marked, it would be very difficult to see the markings. Okay, so if you watched my top 5 picks video, you would have heard me say about how I gave this pack to a friend for 20 minutes. And, you know, he suspected that it was a marked deck. He was like, you know, there's no way you can do this without it being marked. Let me take a look at the pack. And I gave it to him, and for 20 minutes he just stared at the backs of the cards and he couldn't figure out where the markings were. And it actually convinced him they weren't marked at all, and it was just some weird effect. So that's how good the markings on this pack are. I would really highly recommend it. I'm not going to show where the markings are for this video, because I think I'm going a bit too far into how this pack works, because this is a review, it's not a tutorial or anything like that. But I'll just will say that definitely pick this deck up, and I highly recommend it. But anyway, looking at the main design of the cards on the back, you can see it's a very intricate back design. It's very nice. So you've got the split spades logo again, and it's obviously a symmetrical design, so it doesn't matter which way up you've got the cards, it's always going to be the same. So just like a regular bicycle pack of cards. Now I could demonstrate right now what it would look like, you know, reading the backs of the cards, but obviously right now that wouldn't be too impressive because the cards are in order. So I'll just give them a shuffle, and then I'll show you guys what that looks like. And you can see here again, the handling of these cards is just like a regular pack of bicycle cards, if not better. They handle really beautifully. Okay, so that should be enough shuffles now, I reckon. So I'm just going to start off right away. So I've got the 8 of diamonds followed by the 6 of spades, the King of Spades, 9 of diamonds, 2 of clubs, 9 of hearts, Queen of clubs. Okay, and you get the picture. I'm not going to do it for the whole deck because that would be a bit of a boring video. But that was just a demonstration of how easy it is to read these markings. Okay, so now we're just going to take a look at the Ace of Spades, or I should say the 2 Ace of Spades. This deck does come with two Ace of Spades designs. One can be used for different things. I'll get to that in a second. We'll look at this Ace of Spades first, and then I'll go through what's slightly different. Both of the aces have markings on the back, so both of them say Ace of Spades on the back, if you're just thinking about that. But we'll look at this one first. You can see it's a very pretty design, very intricate again, matching the whole sort of mysterious split spades theme, because you can see this spade is split on the actual design of this card right here, and it's a really nice Ace of Spades design. I really like it. So if you were going to use just the Ace of Spades as a standard Ace of Spades, you don't want the uses of this one, which I'll get to in a second. You would just use this if you were just regularly performing it. However, if you wanted to do a slightly different effect, you could use this Ace of Spades. Okay. Now, the reason this one is slightly different is because if you look very closely, there's actually a reveal on this card. So you can see here it says your card is the 3 of diamonds. So there's actually a really nice reveal that you can do using this card. Okay, so you get someone to pick the 3 of diamonds, you can force that on them, and then show them the Ace of Spades, and it says your card is the 3 of diamonds. So that's just a little something you can do with this deck as well. It's very good because it shows this deck it's not just limited to only marked deck tricks. They've even included this cool reveal in the deck as well. So I really like how they included that. So 2 Ace of Spades. And one other thing I should just mention, the deck does come with a very nice Joker. So you can see here it's a really nice Joker face here. And again, first glance, it just looks to be a normal, the face of a Joker. However, if you take a really close look, what it actually is it's actually David Blaine right there, this guy right here, the right eye of the Joker. That's David Blaine, and I think he is at a card table. I think he's playing 3-card Monty. I'm not quite sure. It certainly looks to me like he's playing some sort of card game or doing some sort of effect. I think I see 3 cards. So I'd say it's 3-card Monty, but it's actually a really nice illusion, because from this distance right here, it would appear it's just a normal Joker's face, but close up, you can actually see what's really going on. And that's a really cool Joker. I really like it. It's probably one of my all-time favourite Jokers. Okay. So Ace of Spades, Jokers. Then as well as that, the deck comes with this card right here. This is really cool. It shows you how to do a one-handed cut on the back. So it's a 4-stage, just with the illustrations, shows you how to execute a one-handed cut. But I suppose you guys wouldn't need that because you've got my tutorial on it. But it's really nice. I like how they've just included that extra. Okay, and then the one last card to look at is this one right here. It's a double backer. So the deck does come with a double backer, and this is really useful in loads of different situations. So for example, if you had a spectator's card in 2nd position, so let's say the Ace of Spades was their card in 2nd position, you can just do a quick double lift and show that card was on top. And because we've got that double backer there, the illusion is really good. But I have discussed how to do loads of different tricks with double backers in the past, so if you want to look up that, you can definitely look up that video on my channel. Okay, so if you guys have seen my deck reviews before, you know that now it's judgment time. Let's see how this deck scores. Okay, so in the design category, this deck is going to score an 8.5 out of 10. And the reason for this is the design is really good. So in general, the split spades back design is very nice. I like how intricate it is. It is a very nice design. But what really boosts this score up for this deck to an 8.5 is the fact that the markings are so well hidden. Okay, so the design of this deck is really good, because even though it's a marked deck, you wouldn't necessarily realise that, because the design of the pack, the design of the back design in particular, is so good and the markings are so well hidden. So that's why I'm scoring it an 8.5 out of 10. Next up is handling, and for handling, this deck is going to score an 8 out of 10. So like I said, this deck handles just like a regular bicycle pack, if not even better. I think you can tell particularly when you do sort of a riffle shuffle, you just feel slightly superior to a bicycle deck in my opinion, a standard bicycle deck. And it just handles very well all round. I've had this deck for about 3 years, and you can see it's still fanning very nicely. I can still execute all different moves of any sort of type. To be honest, it's still handling very well. So I'm going to score it quite highly with an 8 out of 10 for that. And the final category, of course, value for money. So this deck, I think you can pick it up for about £15 new from Amazon. which is quite expensive for a deck of cards. I know other decks I've reviewed have been, about anywhere from about £6 to £10, depending on what type of deck it is. Even illusionist decks tend not to be around this expensive. So £15 for a deck of cards is quite expensive, but actually let's just take a step back and take a look at what we're actually getting. This isn't a normal pack of cards, this is a marked deck, so it's very unique in that way. And you're not just getting a deck as well. Don't forget you're getting this really long leaflet telling you 9 different effects that you could do. So in a way, this for £15 you're getting a deck of cards that you can use for regular tricks. And you can also use it for all different mark tricks, and you're getting 9 different effects you can perform with it as well. So it's not actually a bad deal once you take a step back and think about it. However, £15 is a bit pricey, so I'm going to give this another 8.3 out of 10. Okay, so now for the overall score. So adding up all those results and then taking the average score, this deck scores around an 8.3 out of 10, which I think puts it level with the Arcane deck. However, I think I've reviewed 3 decks so far now. This deck, the Arcane deck, and the Madison Hustlers. So this is level with the Arcane deck now, which I think also scored an 8.3 overall. However, out in front, I don't think it's going to be caught anytime soon, are the orange Madison Hustlers that I reviewed. I think they got an 8.8. So that's how the sort of leaderboards of the deck reviews are looking right now. However, this deck is still a great purchase. I definitely recommend you go and get it right now. Okay then guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, favourite, comment and subscribe. And of course, if you want to pick up this deck of cards, now you've seen my review on it, check out my link I left down below in the description box. That'll link you to the product page on Amazon where you can pick it up there. If you guys want to keep up to date with what's going on my channel, make sure to check out my Instagram and my Twitter accounts. The links will be down in the description below. And as always guys, this has been Complete Deception, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.